Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing a SULTAI Squirming Emergence deck. You know, I've seen it around a bunch, and it's always weird to play against. So today we're going to go ahead and try one out and see what all of the fuss is about. If you are interested in what this Teamer Wonder is all about, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, burdened with glorious purpose, Dr. Yukon Suckett. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Suckett. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over at the Aether Hub, posted by Bobi, called Squirming Opponents. And what is it? It is a Squirming Emergence deck. This one is a Teamer version, because it's got to at least be Golgari, but we've got blue in here for a very specific reason. I've seen this thing played. I played against it. It's weird. And I'm never quite sure how it worked. I never bothered to read the card before. So when I saw this deck today, I said, that's it. We're playing it. Because the other thing is that it's not showing up on any of the tier list. And so I don't know if this deck is all that great. But we're going to try it out, and we're going to see how well it works. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the cards in this deck. We're going to try to talk about how this deck should work. And then we'll go out and we'll crush some hopes and dreams. All right, what do we got? We got Foundling the Third Path, which is you can play an instant sorcery spell of mana value 1 or 2 without paying its cost, straight up. Then you mill 4 cards, and then you can you can exile a sorcery or instant from your graveyard, copy it, and you can cast the copy if you have the mana to play it. All right, so yeah, let's just move on. We'll go back to this one later. All right, pickpocket, mill 4 cards, then bring an instant sorcery or fairy from amongst them back to your hand. So that means if we run across, I think this is the only fairy in the deck. If we run across her, we'll roll another one straight back out. If we get this guy, we'll pull this guy straight back out. That's pretty much it. So those are the two guys. This is what we want to be getting to. We want as many of these things in our hands as possible. This one, target player mills 4 cards. That's you. You're going to be shooting yourself in the head. You need to mill as much as possible. And then when you put out this guy, it says his power and toughness equals the number of creatures in all graveyards, yours and your opponent's. So he can get big. He can get swole. Flying Vigilance for that guy. All right, so, and that's what we're going to use. If we're going to be playing an instant with or sorcery with a 1 or more, it's going to be one of these two guys' effects, which means you can put this out and then mill. And then on the next turn, we're going to mill again. So we're going to be, turn 2, milling, potentially 8 cards into your graveyard by turn 3. With 8, that means on the third turn, if you got the right collection of mana, that you can then go and get anything that might be in the graveyard over in this column except for Portable Phyrexia. And even then, potentially, if something got in there on turn 1, right? Probably not, but still. You can play anything on turn 3 with this one card right here, which is nuts. All right, that requires everything to come together right there. Anyways, what does this card do? It just says return to the battlefield, target non-land permanent in your graveyard with mana value less than or equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. That's how this deck works. You're trying to mill as much as possible so that you can get more than, these things are all 7s or 8s for the most part. This guy's a 9. So you want 9 or more so that you can pull any of these things back from your graveyard to the battlefield without having to pay for it. That's it. That's your cost right there. And when you're milling, hopefully these things will go in there so that on turn 3, turn 4, you'll be able to start throwing things out. All right, what does this guy do? He discard 2, then draw 2, then discard 2. So it's not 4, it's 2. But you can kind of pair out the big guys, throw them in your graveyard, and maybe get Squirming Emergences out of the deal. Other than that, he's trampled 3/4. And whenever you play something that's greater than 5 or greater, then you put a Popo counter on him. So whatever, he's all right. These guys are chumps in my books. But Virtue Persistence does -3, -3, and 2 life. Other than that, you get a, if you get them out for 7 or just put them out there, you can start pulling creatures out of your graveyard one at a time every turn to the battlefield under your control, yours or your opponent's. So this is the guy I always go for first. I always think that's a great thing because then hopefully you can start pulling maybe Titan of Industry or Colossal Skyturtle or Atraxa out of your graveyard on the next turn. Titan of Industry has a Swiss Army knife of abilities. He'll put out either a Rhino, or you can destroy target artifact enchantment, or you can gain 5 life, or you can put a shield. You can pick any 2 of those things and do it when he comes into play. He's a 7/7 reach trampler. He's incredible. Kaya can immediately exile target creature or enchantment, and as long as if it wasn't an aura, you create a token of a copy, except it's a 1/1 white spirit in addition to its other types. Or you could just Vampire 3 life, or you could draw 2 cards. The opponent may scry 1. I don't use that middle ability at all. And she's hexproof. Colossal Skyturtle can bounce stuff around. It can return things from your graveyard to your hand. If you got enough mana to play things, it's a great way of getting things out in case we ran out of Squirming Emergences. Yeah. Flying Ward 2, 6/5. He's decent. Atraxa comes out. It's got pretty much everything but haste. And you can look at the top 10 cards of your library and pick 1 of every type and put it into your hand. A lot of times it makes you discard. But you know what? In this deck, discarding is your friend. 1 with the Multiverse lets you look at the top card of your library at any time. You can play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. And once per turn, you can cast anything without paying for it out of your hand or the top of your library. This guy will, when it comes out, your opponent has to sacrifice 3 of their creatures, and then it acts just like Virtue Persistent. You can bring back a creature from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control once per turn at the beginning of your upkeep. You get out this and then some of these, and you're just reaping everything from the graveyard. The bad part about that is it makes your Somnophage weak. But man, if I'm pulling back Titans of Industry and stuff, I don't care about my Somnophages. These guys could just be chumps. Got nice collections of lands. We got a bounce card. We got a graveyard recursion one. We got a disenchant one, and multicolors and pain lands and all the various like. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to mill ourselves like crazy. Try to grab Squirming Emergences whenever we can, and then try to get out things that'll bring things back from the graveyard every single turn, and then just keep dominating people with overwhelming power and majesty. Can we make it happen? Well, let's go find out. But before we do, let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Dear Black King Toxrill, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentation of the women. Our plan against mountainoise. Mountainoise. All right, we don't have anything good to do. There we go. We got something to do now. Yeah. No fairies. We do have a Titan of Industry, which costs 7. Anything worth coming? I say, you have some great stuff, but we need to get rid of some more stuff. All right, let's exile this guy right here. Yeah, I'll pay for it. That's fine. And we'll bring out the Titan of Industry. Oh, that was my plan, but looking ahead, we had that Virtue of Persistence there. Let's go ahead and these two. Do I have more creatures in here? Not really. All right, let's just go for the attack. All right, bring back something good, something squirming. What? How does this not work? It's a sorcery. Oh, amongst the milled cards. That's how that works. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can start ripping apart graveyards on me. Yeah, I'm cool. Have a good time. What's in my graveyard? Ooh, no. He's just a 1-1. How super lame. All right, here we go. 4-11 this time. All right, I think Titan of Industry is going to be our boy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more to be able to put up my own, one with the Multiverse. And it goes in the graveyard. That would have been awesome. Welcome to my area here. Who do I really care about? You can suck it. A land. All right, that's not cool, man. Just hold on to it. All right, we're down to 8. I don't know. No math! No math. That's probably a stupid situation, but I think he's got a block, like a lot. Death favors me at the moment. All right, we win. Victory! And we're playing against Apestegia. Apestegia. Keep. This one does pretty good at putting out 3 lands of various colors. I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, that was a bad choice. I should have brought out this one. Discard a card. Anybody big? Yeah, you. Yeah, see, I could have done something that turn, but I didn't. Nothing to play. That's great. Let's just go ahead and put this guy out. I mean, we'll start him up. All right, what do we got here? A couple of good cards. Ooh, kind of need some mana, though, don't we? All right, we got plenty enough to play whatever we want in here. Let's go shopping. Sorry, I'm just a big fan of this guy. Shield counter. That's one. You got something else to shoot him? Number 2? Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, let's play that. Atraxa. One, 2, 3. All right, got him down to 14. We got a great flyer. The question is, can he just destroy it? Probably. I'm looking for is our other pal. Let's just go forth with what we got here. All right, that's 7 life gain. Let's go shopping at the Showcase Showdown. I'll go for... is it this time? All right, he's gaining life. He just says that the blood letter. Then he'll be doing 4 points of damage to his turn. God, Atraxa is coming out the butt, though. It's a problem. We have 5 mana. And we win! In your face, Apestegia! Victory! Alright, we're playing against anynax. A 9-ax. Alright, well, I see our ramp here, which is Picklocker and the Cruel Somnophage and the Tempest. 2. Let's play this guy out. There we go. Bring that guy back. Excellent. All right, 3. Let's start this one up. Totes my goats. And we need to go for that one. All right, so we've got 6. They got good stuff in here? Not really. All right, that's enough. We can go ahead and bring something good back now. What is in here that we will be bringing back, though? One with the Multiverse. All right, and let's do Atraxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to keep it all. Alright, this is where he just kills Atraxa out of hand. As she's sitting there blowing smoke rings. Hey Chomper, how you doing, my friend? Yep, you are all badass. Look at you. Yeah. Sure, play it. Okay, we'll play her free. Take a copy of that guy. Sure, let's just be a jerk. Oh, okay. I know, don't you hate those little turd cards? They suck. You're just waiting around to kill something with low stats there. Have anything good here? No, nothing good. You want to gain some life? That's what you're going to get out of it. All right, number one, we'll play this guy for nothing. No, I don't want to lose you. You're fine, baby. What complete trash. All right, this is potty pants time. There's nothing you can do. Yeah, there you go. All right, there we go. That's another victory. Everything against Finn the Human. Finn the Human. Or is it Finn the Human? Keep. Yeah, let's do it. Actually, would it just cost too much? Oh, it's not a sorcery or an instant, that's why. All right, let's go bring that back and just change those two places around. All right, 1 and 2. All right, so these guys are up to 7. We can start pulling things back now. Got a bunch of stuff in graveyards? Yeah, we do. All right, I'll put it out. That's fine. Give ourselves more things to pull from. Yeah, Atraxa would be awesome. He's getting pretty full, though. That's a problem. One, I don't know, 2, 3, 4. Anybody want to bring back and fight at this point, though? Let's kill one of those guys. I don't know, we might be in a tangle here, man. We might be in a tangle. I think he's going to send in the Taurus, the Fist of Angels there. Nope, he's scared. All right, we can block. I mean, we'll kill it. He blocks it. That's what we're looking for there. Nope. He just wants to let it go. All right, pick a guy you want to kill. Let's see. Number 1. Number 2. I still don't have enough mana for the one with the universe. I still don't have enough mana for that. That's crazy. What else can I bring back here, though? Nothing. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2. All right, pick 3. We're just got to pack our library up a little, or our graveyard up a little bit more. He's just going to suck it. All right, he's down to 10. We're up to 33. We got a nice pair of blocking turtles. And I got a lot of flyers. I don't know if we can take it this turn. I really don't know. That's it, man. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to drag back this guy. Pay for him for free. Anybody else worth bringing back? Not you. And we win. Ooh, we had to pick them off there one by one. Victory. All right, playing against RGH. One, two, three. That's a nice amount. All right, keep. Slow. Let's turn off that goblin. They are kind of obnoxious. Oh, man. 2 of them went straight up. At least we got 2 in our hand. That's good. All right, we're willing to pay for another fairy. Bunch of good stuff in there. We're up to 7 already. We can play it on the next turn. I think it's Atraxa, right? Or we can play for the... See, I can just bring Atraxa back with this. I got a whole nother one. It's fine. Let's put Atraxa out this turn. Let's cancel it. Nope. I don't have enough going on here. Two of these. All right, we're gonna have to get rid of a bunch of stuff. 1. I don't know, 2. Yeah, that's good. 3, 4. Sure, whatever. There we go. All right, we'll get rid of the Tempest Hart. We'll get rid of 1 and 2. What can I pay for? One of these guys. Oh, I hate doing this. Let's get rid of 1 and 2. Is that enough? I guess just one of them. All right, lands, get over to the left where you belong. Atraxa is a hard one to swallow. Unless you have ossification. Ooh, I'm going to get 7 life for this, bud. You are not going to like it. Another tracks yet? Nope. There's just one. Well, I got 2 mana left. Oh, I can pay whatever I want, though, right? Cancel. Sorry, I gotta learn how to work these controls better. All right, man. I'm sorry for doing that. I mean, Urbaz Forge deserves to live all the time. You need to play Farewell. I mean, that you got to exile all my stuff to be able to live. That's the real card that could destroy this thing. I know you're giving up at this point. Nice. I know, it's horrible. Victory! right, here we are with a Squirming opponent. Let's see. This deck was, I say, yeah, it was fun to play. If you're the kind that likes a lot of combo and synergy and doing this to do that kind of situation, you'll love this deck. You'll love this deck. Was it competitive? No, it is not. It's not competitive. I barely scraped by at 50%. I played 18 games and 9-9 was my win rate there. You know, so 50% because this deck is slow. So if you're playing against aggro, yeah, you'll probably just die. Luckily, I didn't play against aggro that much. Once I lost because I couldn't get any green mana. Another time, yeah, it's just, yeah, I couldn't get to the Squirming Emergences. And then I just had a whole bunch of just stuff sitting in my hand I couldn't get rid of. It was crazy. So this deck has the potential to just go wrong a lot. But still, 50% of the time you can win. I mean, so it's a deck you're not gonna rank with it, but you can play it, and it is a fun deck to play. So let's talk about it. Who was the MVP, the most valuable player? It was Squirming Emergence. Number one, the art. The art, man, it's just weird. It is trippy. Simon Dominic, good job on that. But yeah, it's cheap. It's cheap. You just need a black and a green. You need a little Golgari action there. And as long as you're milling yourself, you can go get whatever you want quickly. Turn 3, absolutely. I can pull back, like a Titan of Industry or Virtual Persistence, all that great kind of stuff. No problem. I could easily have 7, 8 stuff in the graveyard by turn 3. This deck was doing a really good job of that. Maybe turn 4. Yeah, no. Squirming Emergence, 100%. You are the MVP of this deck. Big time. All right, so that was settled. Was this deck competitive? No. 50% is not a competitive deck. But it is a deck that, if everything else works out, it's worth playing. So let's talk about everything else. Was this deck fun? Yeah, it was. I mean, it reminded me of a mill deck to a certain degree. Because you start off by just like trying to go through your deck as quickly as possible to find the card you're looking for. You're looking for that combo, right? And it's just like card draw, card draw, card draw. That's what you're hoping for. And this one, it's a little bit different because you're just milling yourself. It's just mill myself in the head as much as I can, get everything into that graveyard. It reminds me of Vorinclex decks that way, right? Because that's all using red and white, which means red is what you're doing for the card draw and getting rid of stuff. In this case, it's blue and black. It's all the blue stuff out of it. It's just doing it. Blue here, blue throughout there. You're just throwing as much into your graveyard as possible. You get good stuff. You throw it in the graveyard because you're not paying for it. It's all on borrowed credit there. Then, but luckily, after these are all adventure cards for the most part. And so you can put out Chomp, Chomp. This guy could potentially be big. Chomp. So you got some chumpers that get out there. What's funny is the Somnophage has the ability to take this deck all by himself. As long as your opponent doesn't have the ability to get rid of stuff, he can become big. It's equal to the number of creatures in all graveyards. And so if you're not pulling things out of graveyards, this guy can get huge. He's easy to kill, though, but sometimes maybe that'll work. And I think I did that once. So by mid-game, you got some stuff going on. It's not bad. And then by the time you start, you get up to the mid-game, you're able to start Squirming Emergence, bringing back the big guys. You're just slamming things down. I always end up going for like Virtue of Persistence first, just because it's 7. I'd love to do Portal of Phyrexia, but it's a 9, so it takes a little bit longer than Virtue of Persistence to get out. One with the Multiverse mixed with that is just insane. The only time I got wiped out entirely was somebody used Farewell on me because they exiled all my creatures and all of my graveyard and all of the enchantments. And that means everything was gone and I had nothing to start over from again. That was horrible. So exile is your worst. Farewell is your worst enemy card right there. Still, it was a fun deck to play. It was really cool. Look at all the colors in this thing. It's amazing. Let's see. Was this deck interesting? Totes, Magos. 100,000% it was interesting. What was cool is seeing the number on Squirming Emergence go up as you would, throw more things in your graveyard because it's based upon the number of cards in the graveyard. And that was how, what you knew you could go get. So once I got up past 9, you knew you could get anything that was in the graveyard. And hopefully you had stuff in there because, you're just like, I want to throw more stuff in. I never milled myself. It wasn't a problem. So yeah, it was all good. I had a really good time at that, and it was an interesting way of playing, big time. All right, so let's add that up. This deck was not competitive, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a loser. It wasn't a complete stinker. It was fun, and it was really interesting. So, man, the win rate is the hard one to get over there. But just at, rocking the edge at 50%, I'd start off at least an A minus, which means I'm going to give this deck a straight A. A straight A. I would, it feels like an A plus deck to me just because of the amount of fun and interest you have. But the fact that it's not really a winner, that you're not going to go ranking with it, this is just a deck you play for fun. That's it. It's an incredibly fun deck. I would highly recommend you play it. It is filled with a truckload of expensive cards, though. So it's something you're going to want to wait until you got pretty much all the cards in the set. Then you can maybe start playing it with a little bit. I mean, and not even that. This is stuff from all over the current standard meta right now. That's your problem, though. So you got to. Luckily, I've been playing for a long time. God, when did I play? I think Ixalan was over. I think it was Ravnica. Ravnica came out again. That was fresh when I first started playing Arena. And so I do have some Ixalan cards from before, but I was just getting them after I ran out of things in Ravnica to get. That's how you get cards. You just keep playing forever. Eventually, you got like 1 trillion of them. They start reprinting them. Now that we got 3 years in Standard, yeah, you're going to want to keep your old stuff for quite a while. But yeah, this was a great deck. All right, so this is a straight A deck. If you decide to play with this deck, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.